My name's Tom Walker, and you're watching Toasted.
Mr. Walker, welcome to Amsterdam.
Thank you very much.
You've been here before, right?
I've been here before, yeah. Mostly to get stoned when I was a teenager.
And then you dropped it for a couple of years, and now you're back.
Yes, now I'm back on a very professional capacity to play some gigs and be very well rested and sensible.
Sold out tonight, which is pretty good.
Yeah, it's really cool, man. I'm dead excited. It's been a good run. We did Berlin last night as well, and then I'm off to Stockholm tomorrow. But yeah, I'm really excited for tonight. It sold out really quickly. We did a gig in the Netherlands in Groningen a while back, and then off the back of that, we've got 7 more dates coming after this gig. So we'll be back again as well.
Was that at Eurosonic actually where you played? Was that the big European festival?
Eurosonic, Eurosonic, yeah, it was really cool. Yeah, it was just a really small venue. I mean, like 180 people, but it was great. Really wicked gig.
The story is, if you want to amount to anything in Europe and you're carrying a guitar, making music, except for being a DJ, you have to be at Eurosonic because that's the place where all the bookers are. So it definitely is true for you. Yeah,
definitely. It definitely worked out. So yeah, after that we got a lot of interest in the Netherlands, and we sold this gig out without actually doing any promotion, which is great. So people obviously liked it.
Definitely. Hey, looking for your music. There's only 4 tracks online, which basically this sucks. Don't you have more music, man?
There's more music coming. We're doing an EP at the moment with a producer called Jim Abyss, and he's worked with some amazing people.
So, but why don't you? I mean, back in the old days, artists used to release an album and then start touring. Right now, that's not the case so much anymore. A lot of artists release singles rather and then tour in the meantime.
Yeah, I think it's changing, isn't it? I think I want to release an EP because that's really important to me, that we get some more work out there. Just because I want the album to be absolutely 100%. I don't want to rush something out because people want it. They can, if they really like it, they can wait. So we'll give them a little taste of what's to come, and then we're going to spend the next year really working hard on the album and getting it right and getting it proper.
This is your first album. The golden rule is you have your whole life to write your first album. Yeah. So that must mean that you probably do have a lot of songs, probably, I don't know, finished, but you do probably have a lot of songs, right?
Yeah, we've got a lot of songs, yeah, but not enough. we need some more. There's a lot of good songs, but I really want this to be proper. You know what I mean? I want it to excite people. I want me to be. I'm not going to release it until I'm really excited about it and I'm proud of it. So we're halfway there, definitely. But
so you have like 5 good songs.
Yeah, but there's 50% more to go. Yeah.
So does that mean you need to write more, or is it like, did you kill all your darlings and kept the 5 best, or?
No, we need to do. Yeah, it's a bit of both. We need to do a bit more writing. We need to go back to some stuff that we've already written and have a look at that again. So that's the process. After the tour, we're doing this gig and then off to Stockholm and then back to London, and then we're out for another 15 dates around Europe. So after that, I'm going to sit down and have a proper think about it.
Hey, what's the story behind Tom Walker? Because I mean, for me, it's almost like you're here out of the blue. You have millions of plays on Spotify, but I mean, it doesn't happen overnight, right? When did you start making music? You were originally from Scotland. You moved to Manchester. Yeah. Story goes, that's what I read in the bio, and bios are like 90% lies, probably. That you miraculously wound up in a flat with like 12 brilliant musicians, and you started to jam out, and suddenly you had like 6 million plays and sold out gigs in Amsterdam.
Yeah, I wouldn't say it happened exactly like that. No, I've been playing a long time. Been into music for a very long time. I actually did a degree in London, a 3-year songwriting degree, and that's what kind of kicked it all off for me, was doing that degree and realising what makes a good song and what makes a rubbish song, and living with 12 musicians was a massive bonus because creatively I got to see what they were doing and the path that they were taking. One of my mates was signed to a major at the time, so I got to see his journey before I started mine, and it was all really helpful. So yeah, it's all true. It's just there's a much longer timeline than it says in the kind of 1-page article.
Hey, but studying music, I mean, the one thing I learned being in the music industry is that there are no rules. It's the only rule, there are no rules. Yeah. So, like, everybody told the Beatles, who broke a lot of rules, you can't issue a single that's longer than 6 minutes, and they did it with Let It Be, and it became a #1 hit. Then they told them, well, you can never issue a double EP without artwork because nobody will buy it. The White Album, everybody bought it. So, I mean, it must be tough to study music knowing that the rules are flexible.
Yeah, so that was one of the hardest things about uni. It depends on the teacher that you get, because we would have people marking the songs, whatever that means. But at the end of the day, the good teacher would say, this is my opinion, it means nothing, because there are no rules in music. So, they weren't like, you're wrong, and this is... I did have one teacher, I won't name his name, who told me I sound too much like myself, and that I need to explore other styles, and I was just a bit like, okay, thanks for that, that's some great feedback. But
that was Sting, probably.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. You sound way too much like yourself, more genres. So, but yeah, no, it was definitely a beneficial thing.
Hey, 6 million plays for Just You and I. So the song was released.
6 million?
Yeah, man. That's December 2016, 6 million plays. That's ridiculous.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah.
Did you realize when you wrote that song that it was going to be, well, it's massive?
No, I wrote that in, literally, I wrote and recorded, not the finished version, but a demo of the song in 5 hours.
What?
Yeah, and I think I needed to get it out of me. Me and my girlfriend were having a really hard time, really difficult. I'd had some issues with my family and stuff, so it kind of poured out of me into the song that it became, which is cool. So I didn't have to think about it. And all the best songs you don't have to think about; they just kind of happen.
Well, apparently it came out of a real emotion.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a real story. Every bit of that song is true. So I think that's why it was so easy to write.
Are you guys still together, actually?
Yeah, we're still together, yeah.
Well, that's even better then. Hey, Fly Away With Me, a great video as well. 3.7 million plays.
Yeah, that is, I mean...
stacking up the plays, man.
Yeah, Spotify have been amazing, actually. I went to meet them in Berlin yesterday, which was really cool. But, yeah, they've been a massive support, and they seem to really dig the music, and people are coming to the shows because they find us on Spotify, and I think that's amazing. That people will find the music and then they'll book a ticket. Because as you say, we don't have a lot of music out. So
4 songs.
So we do play 10 songs live. So if people want to come and see more material, they can come to the gig.
So absolutely. It's longer than 12 minutes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the gig's 45 minutes long, and it'll keep getting longer. But yeah, it's just good that people still believe in live music and turn up to gigs. That makes me really happy, especially in London. People, there's so much good music. I think people are a little bit spoilt for choice, and I like coming to Europe because you guys have obviously got loads of awesome music, but people seem to really appreciate it out in the Netherlands, in Berlin. You know, it's great. So, yeah, long may it continue.
Glad you're here. Hey, I saw a couple of things on your Spotify playlist, which is nice. One artist that appears a couple of times also on your Facebook page, John Mayer.
Oh yeah.
One of the posts is like, look at him playing. I have so much work to do. He's an amazing guitar player.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. I mean, that Continuum album, it's one of the best things I've ever sat down and listened to. You have to, if you get it on a good stereo.
Live album, the 3-piece is better actually.
Yeah, with Pino and Steve Jordan on the drums. Yeah, amazing. I mean, the way that he plays and he sings baffles the mind, because I can play and I can sing, but not like that. He is just... So that's the goal. It's nice to look at.
Really, is that the goal? I mean, being like... Well, I'd like to say he's Jimi Hendrix-ish. Of course, that's a heavy influence.
It's just a finesse in his voice while he's doing the finesse in his guitar. And, like, I've only been playing live properly as Tom Walker for the last 2 years. So this is early stuff for us. So I'm quite happy to go out and go on tour and, you know, learn the things that I need to learn. But yeah, when I see him play live, it inspires me to want to get better, which is always a good thing.
It is probably what we call musicians' music. Yeah. On the other hand, I mean, if I look, to be brutally honest, and this is probably blasphemy, I do think he only wrote like 3 great songs. Daughters is a brilliant song, which are great songs even without the guitar playing.
Yeah.
And of course, as a guitar player, he wrote I think maybe 300 great guitar licks.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. He has. I think most of that Continuum album, I really like the songs on. But yeah, I heard his. I mean, I'm not going to badmouth him, but some of the more recent stuff, it doesn't. As a songwriter, it doesn't take me back as much as. I think Continuum was a real I mean, honestly, it's going to be hard to beat that album. Let's be honest. It is a real. The pinnacle of something special.
But the thing is, I mean, you can be over technical and not writing good songs at all.
Oh yeah, totally. When I was getting into production, and I was discovering all these new synths and drum machines and stuff, I never got anything done ever. Yeah. The best way to write a song is to sit down with one instrument in a room with like no computer and a pen and a piece of paper and just write it down. So yeah.
Well said. Hey, I browsed through your playlist on Spotify. A couple of tracks that struck me. Red Dawn by Childish Gambino.
Oh yeah, that's an absolute tune.
Why did you check it out? Why did you put it on?
It's Discover playlist on Spotify. All the stuff on there, I've got to be honest, is Discover playlist, and I'm becoming this guilty person who's adds stuff to a playlist, and then I'm like, oh man, I found this wicked song the other day, but I've got to pull my phone out of my pocket to tell you about the cool song that I found the other day, because I'm finding so much new music that I'm actually researching more music than the actual artist. So I'm trying to get back into doing more of that artist thing recently.
But why Childish Gambino?
I just put it on and it sounded sick.
It is a great producer, I think. Bon Iver, of course, which is nice.
Yeah, that new album's really special, the new album. I forget the name of it, but yeah, wow. All the vocoder stuff on there is incredible. And the samples that he's used, it's really special.
He's really big in the UK, huh?
Yeah, really big. I wasn't so aware of him until this album, I'll be honest. But when I sat down and listened to it, I was like, wow. This is really different. Yeah. He's pushing the boundaries, you know what I mean? He's changing the rules, and I like that about him. It's cool.
That's why I picked him out. Hey, another one, and these guys are like a track that I found through YouTube actually, because the video was so sick. Wolfpack.
Oh man, yeah, Wolfpack is so good. They're so tight as a little unit, aren't they? I mean, the drummer.
They're like four nerds in the living room, and a cat stacked in the corner, and they're just jamming out. And you look at it, and go like, "Wow, this is so fucking contagious."
Yeah, and the bass player, oh my god, he's unbelievable. Yeah, they're really good, and they've got a couple of tracks where they've got singers into feature as well, and they're really cool. But I've not seen them live. That's on my list. I really want to see them live. So I need to check out if they're coming to. I don't know if they've played the UK yet.
I don't think so. I don't think they even left their living room in Tulsa.
But yeah, they've got a massive presence online.
Yeah.
Because the quality is just so high.
Says Mr. Million Plays Spotify. Hey, another thing. I saw you're a snowboarder.
Oh yeah, I love snowboarding.
Where was that picture taken?
I just went to Cervinia in Italy, and we had not a foot, but nearly a foot of snow the day that we got there, and off-piste was amazing. And 3 of the days were sunny, 2 of the days you couldn't see, a couple of meters in front of you. So it was a real experience. But
when was it?
It was like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks. Yeah, it was beautiful, really good. I know. I needed a holiday. I hadn't had a holiday for like a whole year and a bit. So I really took the time to relax also.
A lot of people go like, I needed a holiday because you've been playing music all the time. That's a hobby, man. That's not a job.
Yeah, no, and I can understand because I used to say that as well. But when you take a hobby and you make it into a job, you have to have a break from it, because if you do something all the time, it doesn't matter how good it is, eventually you're going to need a break from it. So yeah, I always try and take like a week where I won't pick up my guitar, because when you come back to it, you're more inspired. I don't want the music to ever feel like a chore. If it feels like a chore, then I'm not going to do it. So at the moment, it's just awesome, and I want to keep it that way.
Thanks so much for your time.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thanks for having me.
One more thing. What holds in your future for you except for the EP? Will you be touring festivals this summer?
Yeah, well, we're doing a couple of festivals in England, hopefully some festivals in Europe. Reeperbahn, is it? Hopefully, but yeah, but we'll see.
Any plans for the States, actually?
Yeah, we are going over to, when I get back from here, we're doing 15 dates and then back for a week, and then we're going out to New York to do a showcase, and we're going out to LA to do a showcase. So early day stuff, but yeah, it's building really nicely. Just You and I did really well in playlists and stuff in America, and yeah, it looks like people are gonna like the music out there, which is exciting. So
Cool, man.
yeah,
Thanks so much.
cool. Thank you.